What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video we are going over the best builds for the Mage class, more importantly the Fire Mage and the Ice Mage, and which one should you choose when you get to level 40. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video, it is greatly appreciated, my friends. We're going to go over the PvE builds, the PvP builds. We're going to go over the Fire Mage, then we are going to change over to the Ice Mage. I got my promotional change scroll saved up. When I was playing in the beta, my main class was the Ice Mage, so I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. Today's sponsor is App Gallery, and they have some amazing coupon codes going on right now. Whether you're a free-to-play or a spender, anyone can benefit from this. And also, we are getting to the end of July. App Gallery is giving away Huawei devices, and that is ending on July 31st. So currently it is July 22nd, so you guys only have a few more days to take advantage of that giveaway. I'm going to show you how to download App Gallery and show you how to get your coupon codes and enter the giveaway. We're going to go to the website. We are going to click download and install App Gallery. Then for selecting a country, make sure you put Italy no matter where you live. We're going to sign up using an email address. We're going to create one. Then we are going to do verification with our phone number. And then we are in. There it is, all of your favorite apps, your mobile games. The best part about it is the rewards and the gifts. Rewards are when you spend money in the game, you'll get a kickback. And then gifts, we have gifts for all of these different mobile games, which are exclusive that you can only find on App Gallery. Currently, App Gallery has some pack offers going on currently. The first one you can get for completely free. All you have to do is download the game through App Gallery. The second offer is a newbie pack. All you have to do is recharge any amount to claim these additional rewards right here. And the third offer is to recharge a specified amount in total to claim the corresponding packs. So when you spend 5, 10, 20, 50, or 100 euro, you can claim different levels of gift codes. Note that if you spend 10 euro, you can claim the 5 and 10 euro code. And if you spend 20 euro, you can claim the 5, 10, and 20 euro code. And finally, App Gallery is having their device giveaway for users who have a shipment address in the European Union region. All you have to do is spend a certain amount of money in Tales Noir through App Gallery, and you will have a chance at one of these amazing devices for free. Make sure you go ahead and join the Discord now and contact an admin for more details. Now, what I've been doing is just kind of going by the recommended builds, but there are some things that I want to address as we go over that. You have access to these at the beginning of the game before you even reach level 40. Then when you hit level 40, you have the choice to go Fire Mage or Ice Mage. So then this is where the second category will unlock. So this is the fire part of it. And then finally at level 50, we can become an Archmage. It only gives us one for PvE, and it says damage in dungeons. You'll notice that the difficulty is 4 stars out of 5. This is the most important thing that I want to mention when it comes to this, is the fact that the Fire Mage, this PvE build that it recommends you, it's very combo oriented. And what I mean by that is if you kind of just read this and just gives you like a brief summary of, you're kind of just doing a bunch of different skills to inflict sear, and then after you have a bunch of sear stacks on your opponent, you're using flame purge to get high damage. Problem with this is the fact that if you are someone who plays on auto combat, the computer kind of just spams the abilities. It doesn't necessarily do them in a certain order. And that's one thing that this game kind of lacks, is the fact that when it comes to auto combat, you can't set up like a specific order of your skills to be picked. There's some other mmorpg games that I've played where you can actually set up specifically when you're doing auto combat which skill orders you want to have. So let's say we wanted this to go off first, then this second, then this third, and it would kind of just cycle through it. That game doesn't have this, as far as I know. I haven't seen it. I've gone through all the settings and I have not seen anything like that. So that's a big problem when it comes to like the Flame Mage, is the fact that you really have to play this manually in order to take advantage of this and do the most damage. Now I will say this, between the Fire Mage and the Ice Mage, I definitely think that the Fire Mage does more damage overall for like PvE content, but you have to be physically playing and you have to have that combo go off. If you don't, then if you're doing like auto combat, it's actually going to be better if you were to pick the Ice Mage, because the Ice Mage PvE build, at least the recommended build, isn't as combo oriented as like the Fire Mage build. Now let's take a look at the PvP builds we got. We got flexible, damage, and brutal. Now there is one of these that I think is the best out of all three. I'm gonna say the PvP brutal is by far the best. The only problem with this is you'll notice the difficulty is 4, and again, this is kind of something that you need to play manually. Not all of the classes are like that, but the Mage is one of the, I would say, harder classes to play, because you can't really just click auto combat and expect it to perform well, whereas some of the other classes, you can get away with auto combat a lot easier. Definitely would say if you're going to be someone who's focused more on PvP content, then you're going to want to go with the Ice Mage instead of the Flame Mage. I mean, the Ice Mage has some absolutely insane control effects, and it is like god tier. Like it can arguably be the best for PvP content over the Assassin. Let's take a look at the Ice Mage recommended builds now. So we actually have 2 for PvE content. We got damage in dungeons and a dungeon nuker. Now both of these builds are pretty much the same. The only difference is literally one skill. If we take a look at the damage in dungeons, we have Spell Blast. And if we take a look at the dungeon nuker, we have Ice Phoenix. The other 3 skills are literally the same. They're just kind of changed in order. Overall, it's the same effect. You want to go ahead and you want to put ice stacks on enemies, and then the more ice stacks they have, the more damage you'll deal. Kind of similar to like the Flame Mage, how we were trying to inflict Sear on everyone to do more damage. The Ice Mage doesn't rely on like those ice stacks to do a lot of damage, whereas like the Flame Mage does. Like that PvE build for the Flame Mage, like it is heavily reliant on putting a bunch of stacks of Sear on your opponent and then blasting them with one just big giant damage. You have these passive abilities that really help, like Frigid, which increases the duration that your ice lasts on an enemy. So that way you can, like I said, get away with kind of auto combat, because you're going to have those ice stacks on the enemy longer. Then for PvP, we have 3 recommended builds: control, damage, and flexible. Control is by far the best, and you can kind of modify this because there are some things that I would suggest. Your main skill that you're going to be focusing on a lot is going to be Ice Phoenix. This is the skill that has the ability to freeze your opponent and pretty much make them immobilized, stunned. They just basically can't do anything. And then under the Mage category, you're going to dump a bunch of points into freeze. See that each wave of damage grants a 15% chance to freeze the target with ice for 3 seconds. So you'll notice that this control build, a lot of the skills have the ability to freeze the opponent. Now it is a percentage, and you can increase the percentage by just kind of dumping more points into said categories like freeze. But overall, this is like an absolutely amazing build for PvP, because if one of these triggers freezes your opponent for 3 seconds, and then they come out of the freeze and then it gets hit with another freeze, I mean, you're potentially putting your opponent in a freeze for 6 seconds if you are able to trigger them back to back. And I mean, at that point, you're going to win. Like there's no and ifs or buts about it. And because the freeze effect has a percentage chance to trigger, this isn't a build that you have to manually play. I mean, you will benefit more if you do manually play it in PvP, but it's not like the Flame Mage where you kind of really have to do it manually. My personal suggestion would be 100% go with the Ice Mage. I think the Ice Mage is by far the better out of the 2. And that is it for today, folks. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe, my friends. I'll see y'all later. Peace.